The judge refused to toss the case against Robert Lyman and instead set it for trial.
Did he screw up? Did he not do enough? Yes. But was he trying to put out the fire? Was he trying to prevent fire? It's evident in every respect, and no facts that they presented indicate anything other than his mental state was one of trying, albeit futilely, and perhaps negligently, and perhaps stupidly. He was trying with good intent to do something.
Robert Lyman's defense asked a judge to revisit his decision to order Lyman to stand trial for the 2017 Bryan Head fire that torched more than 71,000 acres, destroyed cabins, and forced more than 1,000 to evacuate. His lawyers argue it doesn't meet the definition of reckless burning that he's charged with.
The facts that they presented, at best, add up to negligence.
The defense says Lyman was actually trying to prevent a fire. Police say he was burning weeds and debris when it sparked the wildfire. The Iron County Attorney's Office says a jury should decide
what an ordinary person would do. Not necessarily what Mr. Lyman would do, but what an ordinary person would do.
The judge ordered Lyman to face trial again.
As this court doesn't determine recklessness, I simply determine whether or not the evidence presented was sufficient that the case should go forward and allow a jury to consider those facts.
Recklessness will be a key word at trial. The judge says he'll ensure the jury knows what they're talking about.
I simply ask them to reserve judgment on the question of recklessness until they learn what we mean by that in a legal phrase. I'll allow Channel 13 to be heard.
Lyman's attorneys also asked the judge to block news cameras from being in the courtroom during the trial. They argue it could prejudice a jury against him. Fox 13 is opposing it, arguing it's a public trial. The defense is also asking the judge to block a jury from seeing photos and video of the wildfire, arguing it could hurt his defense.
They mentioned they have hundreds, dozens, if not hundreds of photos.
The judge says he'll entertain arguments on those issues at a later date. Lyman will now go on trial on those misdemeanor charges in December. In Provo, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.